need to differentiate estates. There are different types of estates. There is
so those ones are the buildings are always looking different. Is as if I don't know.
well, no. See, build estates doesn't mean that it should be prototypes. There are prototype estates which the developer bought the land. And built the houses, either finished or carcass. Carcass means shell. Like the way this one is now, it's not completed now. And sells it that way. It's such that you cannot modify the outside. The only thing you can play with is the inside. While the external remain the same thing. Then they have it all over without an empty land. Even if there will be an empty land, maybe just few. For a few people to build their own house or their own house of their own taste, of their own shape. So those ones are prototype estates. Now there's still another estate which is called the landowners estates. Which we call the moneyless estates. Some of them do a very good layout. Do this thing because in Lagos State, before they can give you some of them give the UCF, they will say you should draft it like an estate. You should make it like estate. You have the market side, you have for market, that's for complex. You have for church, mosque area, commercial area, which are called commercial area. Then you now have pure residential, devoid of noise. So these ones are also another estate on its own, which the landowners sells to anyone without giving restrictions on what kind of building you can put on there. Yes, there's no restriction to the kind of building. Whatever they decide to, and how many square meters of land they want to use is none of their business. It is now between them and the government. But there are estates that
one, like Greenview.
Yes, Greenview is just one of such. Yes, it does. Greenview is just one of such. If you like, you build with 100 meters, 100 square meter. If you like, you put a shop on the road. It still doesn't concern them. Their only concern is selling you the piece of land. How you get your infrastructure is none of their business. So at this point in time, people come together to make the infrastructures. The landlords come together to form the name through which they should be called, like the way they did in Greenview. They register it under CAC and also write the constitution of the estate. So these are also another type of estates. This estate, there is little or no level charge. Yes. What I mean by little or no level is that it's not the type that there is a rule that if you buy like all these organized estates that's owned by a private individual, or like the prototype I just enumerated earlier on, that they will specify the amounts you have to pay for developmental or whatever to the estate before you can start or embark on any construction.
Are they cheaper?
Well, if you use the word cheaper, it's relative. I don't know the context to which you are talking about.
Like in terms of affordability, like the lands, the price.
Definitely, if you are buying the regular one I just enumerated that they are not concerned about it should be cheaper because you are buying directly from your money there. So they are selling to you without considering or making available infrastructure to what we call. If anyone makes available roads, these are what appreciate the value of a property. They are not concerned. They allow the individuals put in place the infrastructure. So people are the ones that appreciate their property in this kind of estates with their money. So that's why it seems to take a long time for such estates to develop, or for the price of such estates or such places to increase. However, what makes those places eventually get so expensive later are the estates by the sides. For example, now that is what we call externality, positive externality. It's such that what is by the sides influence it by make positively. So if the people that cannot get the main estates what they do is they buy into some of those places.
The affordable one.
Yes, so thereby the demand and supply increases, and that's what leads to the increase in the prices of those other lands. Yes. So that's one of such.
But this
estates.
Lekki County Homes is what kind of an estate is this?
This Lekki County home is an organized estate owned by a private individual that makes infrastructures before selling.
Oh.
So they make all the infrastructure before selling. Yes. Either make it before selling or make it after selling it.
Oh.
Before you take possession.
They don't leave it to people to sell it to do that. Oh.
So that's why they're able to determine what you are to build. They have building regulations.
The plots, the size of the
which
land.
work in line with Lagos State's building, land use, or Lagos State town planning. They go in conjunction with Lagos State town planning regulation in terms of building and layouts.
So all the properties in these Lekki County Homes, are they sitting on just 450 square meters?
No.
Oh.
Some of them are sitting on 1,000. Some are, it depends on your financial capacity.
Okay.
Yes, financial capacity one. Then secondly, some want a place or house that they want to play with space. They like space. You understand me now? So they are not concerned about how big the house is. They are concerned about the space in the compound. It's a good mile as time passes by. That's why I tell people, buy land anywhere. Nowhere is a bush. And nowhere will remain bush. As long as human population continue to expand, the demand for land will continue to increase because of expansion. And that's why government continue to grant families lands for ancestral expansion.
Oh.
Yes. So anywhere buy. A place that is bush today will be a city tomorrow. And once it's a city tomorrow, eventually the value of such places will increase.